Hi, book friends. My name is Jeanne Walker Harvey, and I'm the author of Dressing Up the Stars, the story of movie costume designer Edith Head. Do you like movies? I do too. Do you like dressing up for Halloween in costumes? I do too. Well, Edith Head, she actually designed costumes for the actors in the movies. This book is a picture book biography, which means it's a true story. Here, let's get going and read it, and you can find out more about her. Dressing Up the Stars, the story of movie costume designer Edith Head, written by me and illustrated by Deanna Toledano. Edith was a shy, lonely girl who didn't feel she belonged where she lived. She wanted to be in a place full of people and sounds and dazzling sights. Instead, she lived near a dusty mine where her stepfather worked. All Edith could see in the distance was a land of stony sand, and all she could hear was the whistle of the wind. To feel less lonely, Edith often hosted make-believe parties for pretend guests and gave tea parties for her animal friends. She dressed her black cat, Tom, and her white dog, Dinah, in doll clothes. She tied feathers and paper necklaces on her pet jackrabbit and a sleepy horned toad. Edith put ribbons around the middle of her burros named Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so. Her mother worried when Edith played alone in the desert, a place with rattlesnakes, scorpions, and tarantulas. But Edith was brave. She told her mother, "If I don't bother them, they won't bother me." Edith's greatest treasure was her bag of fabric scraps. When her family visited the nearest town, called Searchlight, Nevada, 4 miles away on rugged dirt roads, Edith walked door to door asking for odds and ends. With the scraps, she decorated her dollhouse. She made sofas for pet horned toads. She created hats for the desert cactus. And best of all, she dressed up her only friends, 2 sisters who lived in Searchlight. Edith didn't want to appear in her friends' plays. She was bold around rattlesnakes, but not around people. She didn't like her straight hair or that she wore glasses, but she realized the magic power of costumes when she transformed the girls into their characters. Edith wished she could transform her life. Every night she stared at the vast sky of sparkling stars. She dreamed of moving far away from the desert. Her wish came true when her mother enrolled Edith in a high school in a big, bustling city called Los Angeles. Excited to be part of this new world, Edith decided she would figure out what she would be when she grew up. Maybe a concert pianist? No, the teacher said she had no musical talent. Maybe a gymnast? No, Edith tired of repeating the exercises. But Edith was determined. She turned her focus to a new passion: movies. She escaped feeling shy at school by visiting a big Hollywood movie theater as often as she could. She lost herself in the stories of other people's lives. Edith attended college and became a teacher, but after a few years, the allure of movies drew her back. She landed a job as a sketch artist in a costume department of a Hollywood movie studio, even though she barely knew how to draw. Luckily, when her boss found out, he didn't fire her. Instead, he laughed and began teaching her how to sketch costumes. But learning anything new takes time. Early on, Edith was told that her drawing of a dress adorned with feathers looked like tired spaghetti. A famous actress who saw the sketch said, "Never draw anything like that for me." Edith perched by her easel and practiced over and over again. Slowly she improved. Eventually, Edith was directed to make costumes, but not for actors. Instead, she dressed up animals. They were not easy clients. Camels spitted her, elephants yanked off their decorations. Edith missed her desert toads and burros, who let her adorn them without a fuss. But Edith was confident. She told herself she could handle these movie creatures, and she did just that. Soon after, Edith got her first big assignment: to create costumes for dancers dressed up as candy at a fancy ball. But her experience was anything but sweet. The peppermint stick fingernails cracked, the candy cane stripes dried crooked, and when the dancers sweated, the lollipops stuck together and the chocolate drops melted. The movie director was furious. Again, Edith almost lost her job. But Edith convinced the director to give her another chance. Finally, after many years of hard work, the studio asked Edith to design costumes for famous movie stars. Edith dressed women as sailors, sassy farm girls, and princesses. She dressed men as cowboys, clever crooks, and kings, just to name a few. Whenever actresses and actresses tried on costumes, Edith wore gray or white or black. She wanted to fade into the background so the movie stars could imagine themselves in their roles. Sometimes the movie stars or directors argued with her about her costume choices, but Edith was resolute. She stood by her designs. After working on hundreds of movies, Edith knew the best ways to develop characters through their costumes. She was famous now, an expert. And then, one star-filled night, Edith arrived at an important ceremony. People recognized her for her distinctive look, her straight black hair and dark round glasses. They waved to her beneath the Hollywood searchlights. And when the winner of the Academy Award for Best Costume Design in a movie was announced, Edith was thrilled to hear her name, and she climbed the stairs to the stage to accept her award. And there, standing before movie stars, friends, and admirers, wearing a glamorous gown she had designed for herself, Edith was dazzling. The end. That's the story of Edith Head, the movie costume designer, dressing up the stars. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, book friends.